Friends, good day. I know why the caged bird sings. This is a piece of writing, an autobiographical by Maya Angelou. I know why the caged bird sings. Tells the story of Maya Angelou's childhood in Stamps, Arkansas. She and her brother Bele are sent away from their parents on a train to live with their grandmother Muma and Uncle Willie when they are just 3 and 4 years old. Their grandmother owns a store, and the children enjoy a certain measure of security. Yet life is difficult for all black people in the segregated American South, and the children encounter various forms of discrimination, degradation, and racial violence. One day, Margaret's father, Big Belle, arrives and announces he's taking her and her brother to stay with their mother, Vivian. They leave stamps for St. Louis, and Marguerite feels a longing for home, but isn't sure where home is. In St. Louis, Margaret is just beginning to adjust when she is repeatedly assaulted and raped by Vivian live-in boyfriend, Mr. Freeman. Following Mr. Freeman's conviction shortly after which he is murdered, Margaret returns to Stamps and becomes withdrawn, and she believes her mother sent her and Bailey away because she was too sullen. Back in Stamps, Margaret struggled to cope with her assaults. She is rescued in a sense by the mentorships of Mrs. Flowers, a woman who teaches Margaret how to read, recite, appreciate, and memorize poetry. Literature and language will remain in Maya's life as a source of strength and comfort. After Bele is threatened by a white man, Muma decides it is time for the children to be with their mother, who has moved to California. The children move to San Francisco and live with Vivian, and eventually Vivian' new husband, Daddy Slidell, a con artist whom Maya loves as if he were her own father. Maya and Bailey love their mother dearly, and Maya continues to perform well in school. One day, Maya goes to Southern California to stay with her father and gets in a fight with his live-in girlfriend, Dolores Stockland, which results in Maya's needing stitches. She doesn't want to humiliate her father. So she runs away and lives in a junkyard until her wound is healed, then goes back to her mother. Shortly thereafter, Ballet moves out and Maya gets a job as San Francisco's first black streetcar employee. Things are going well for Maya until she becomes concerned about her sexuality. She fears she's turning into a lesbian, though she doesn't understand what lesbian really means, and believes if she has sex with a boy, she will be cured. She does, and the experience is unremarkable until she realizes she is pregnant. She hides her pregnancy for 6 months before finally telling mother and daddy Clydell. They are exceedingly understanding and capable and help her through the rest of her pregnancy and her labor. Maya gives birth to a beautiful baby boy, and she is so afraid to hurt him she can barely touch him. The book ends with Maya overcoming this fear with Vivian's help and napping with her baby in her bed. So, this autobiographical story of the Maya Angelou, I Know Why the Cage Bird songs. Let me tell you about the Maya Angelou. Uh, Maya Angelou uh, is a black woman who fight against the racisms, against the discrimination of her age. Maya, uh, she grew up in a segregated American South with her grandmother, an unusually well off black store owner. She eventually left Arkansas to live with her mother and attended high school in California, where she also worked as the first black streetcar employee in San Francisco. Shortly after obtaining her high school diploma, she gave birth to her son. She was a lifelong lover of language, performance, and learning. She went on to become an accomplished dancer and performer, but is most famous for her memoir, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. At the time of her death, Angelou was working on another autobiography. Her work addressed issues of racial and gender discrimination, and she's often hailed as one of the most important culture critics of this century. So, the book begins in the segregated American Jim Crow South of the early 20th century, ends in San Francisco. Shortly after the end of World War II, this turbulent period in America is insightfully catalogued and examined by Angelou as she recounts the events of her own life. Angelou investigates the efforts of systematic segregation and racism on the minds, bodies, and identities of black individuals. In many ways, I Know Why the Cage Bird Song Sings provide reader with crucial account of first half of the 20th century from the perspective of a black southerner. So the title of this book, as all of you know, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sing. It is written in 1969 in USA, published in 1969. Literary period was post-war contemporary. Genre of this memoir is it is a memoir autobiographical fiction. Setting Stamps, Arkansas, St. Louis, California. So points of view in this novel is Maya narrates in her first person. So this is the story of the uh, autobiographical novel, Oh, I Know the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.